Rotary service is the quiet force that turns empathy into action and dreams into change. Thus shows Rotary Cares. For the very first time, we have Samvedana Rotary Club Chikmagalur YouTube channel have its first episode with philanthropist, educationist, businessman, proprietor Vijay Trading Co., Chairman Nagaratna Sitarama Setti Education Trust, Chief Trustee Srimati Lakshmi Devarna Surappa Shetty Vaishya Hostel, Vice President Arya Vaishya Mandali Chikmagalur, Vice President Chikmagalur District Unaided Schools Association, Treasurer Bharat Scouts and Guides Chikmagalur Association, Past President Rotary Club Chikmagalur. We have with us Rotarian PHF KS Ramesh. So we are honored and pleased to have you at our first episode at Summit.
Thank you, Mr. Satvik. I'm literally more thrilled to stand before you to present this podcast. First of all, let me compliment greetings from the coffee capital. What a beautiful city this Chikmagalur is. We are all surrounded by the wonderful nature which is made known to everybody in this country. Apart from that, the most humble people are surrounded by us. We are all literally the most happy people in Chikmagalur. Thank you.
That was a beautiful introduction to Chikmagalur. Your first journey, your first step as a Rotarian.
Yeah, it's a wonderful journey I had. It's almost 4 decades. I joined Rotary in the year 1985. Everything was new to me, but little hesitant to be along with the people of high cadre and most elite people of Chikmagalur. Joined Rotary, yes, of course, 1985, a low profile years which I made a journey in this state. A fantastic story I had. Those days, I was the youngest Rotarian in the club. I was looked after by senior Rotarians. The past 3 district governors, A.C. Shivagoda, N.C. Shekhar, and our G.C. Sipani. Literally, I'm telling you, I was totally hesitant to go inside the venue because everything was new, all seniors. I was shaking. So, looking at my position, A.C. Shivagoda, he made me to sit next to his seat in the every meeting. That gave me little confidence in Rotary. Apart from that, day by day, I got accustomed to all the Rotarians, the senior most Rotarians, everything. Then the next stage, we were all friendly. The next stage, the fellowship and all things, the seniors and juniors, they made it closer. The very first year when I joined Rotary, it was a fantastic year. I had challenges ahead. Being the youngest Rotarian, I was awarded the job of organizing Yuva Chetana at those years.
So with your initial days, you also seem to have mentioned a couple of eminent personalities of Rotary Club Chikmagalur.
It is.
And what was your first project or first action towards the social service or any community service that made you that makes you still remember about it? And you just said Yuva Chetana. We were just talking about it initially to the episode, and you mentioned you had the opportunity to take over Yuva Chetana and organize and take it forward. How was that experience?
The experience was fantastic.
And when was this? Was it the first?
It was 1986. The very next year, I was awarded the job to organize the Yuva Chetana.
How was your experience?
So it was literally fantastic. But I used to work all alone because everything was new and yet to get accustomed to all the Rotarians. So I managed to conduct all the events, the 7 days events, efficiently, and I got a very good response and cooperation from all the members. You said what was your experience or what was the memory?
Yes.
It's not the memory. Even till this date, I remember those 1986, the memorable achievement I did being all alone. I was able to manage the entire episode of Yuva Chetana.
And so, for a lot of people, Yuva Chetana is a school festival that is organized by Rotary Club Chikmagalur. It takes a lot of strength, energy, and creativity to bring in such drive to the project. And I congratulate you for this wonderful project that you have come across.
Thank you.
What were the other important projects you still remember, you still recall, or something that makes you color up your shirt?
It is our signature project, Jeevan Sandhya. That's the most memorable project I ever come across in Rotary. So that is serving the community since 30 years.
And I heard the journey in establishing Jeevan Sandhya was a rock hard way, because it's not very easy. So, and I think now when the new generation of Rotarians find it as a crown, but I'm sure you have gone through hurdles to establish such eminent project that the entire Rotary Club international can look at us.
It is true. It is not a single man's effort. The major effort given by JCC Pant. Because of him, the project has come up. Since beginning, I was associated with him. So we were together to establish to bring out that community project. We succeeded. So I was one among the major donors for all the construction and things. I was with all the team members, and I was one among the promoter to have this project. So it's more blessed to be with Rotary to establish this project. It is bringing happiness and satisfaction to all.
Absolutely. So, 1997 and 98 was your presidency. How was that for you? And how did you feel to be a president? Because I'm sure when everybody proposed you, I'm sure with so much of guts you must have taken, it is a big scale community responsibility. So how does it feel, and what was this memorable days from your presidency?
It was a very good year. I had the presidency. It was not our festival. We had to pass through several portfolios for the council. So I joined the board as the joint secretary, director, like that. Then vice president, then became president in 97, 98. So I enjoyed a very moment of Rotary being president. Organized several projects, bringing a couple of matching grants and donations to institutions and other things. I'm happy about my presidency. It was good.
What were the challenges you could face during your presidency? Maybe you wanted to put up a big project and you had to face a lot of challenges, if in case, if you had any challenges that you had gone through.
Carrying the baton itself is a big challenge.
Absolutely.
Of course. Retaining membership, that's one more challenge.
Of course.
Money was not a problem at any point of the project and other things. So it was good. So I had a wonderful cooperation from all the members. So literally I didn't have any problems in continuing carrying the baton to the higher heights.
So when you say you don't have problems, that shows the kind of unity that Rotarians bring in to create anything that needs to be done for the community. Right, sir?
That is oneness.
Yes, oneness.
And like-mindedness. The 30-40 members at that time, it was so good to organize committees. Any project, anything, the vision is common. We used to go ahead and the project used to be a successful project. Throughout the years, we had a wonderful journey and our projects were successful.
So, name a few projects that you still recall about your presidency.
The donations to institutions for the furnitures and other things, the upgrading and bringing donations to Jeevan Sandhya, those are the two major things. So apart from that, the routine community projects we have conducted, so we had a good time continue with the 97, 98.
I think with the consistent mention about Jeevan Sandhya, seems like you have a great contribution towards its upbringing, its development. So, how does it feel when all the old age people in the community are happily looking at happily living there with all the super class services that you have provided and super class infrastructure that you have provided? How does it feel when you look at their happy, smiling faces?
But that's the thing. When we look at the faces of those senior citizens, we forget everything. That is the satisfaction we get. Those days, 30 years back, what the donation we made, we are reaping the fruits. We are having the pleasure of donating, and we are having the satisfaction of giving donations. That is important.
Absolutely. So I also see that you have been associated with Bharat Scouts and Guides. Any fond memory from your childhood? Were you part of Bharat Scouts and Guides when you were growing up as a student?
Yes, when I was in middle school, I was in sports, and that has driven me in this day. So I was an active person in the All Sports and Guides Association, and I am the chair since 15, 20 years. So the association is very good.
So the thought of being helpful to serve the community has emerged from your childhood. Isn't that true, sir?
It is true. Otherwise, where I am. So entire family, we are philanthropists. That made me this day to see a lot of smiling faces and the satisfaction given.
ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜರ್ನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟು ನೋ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ವೈಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ರೊಟೇರಿಯನ್ PHF KS ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ.
ಚಿತ್ರಗುಪ್ತ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನರೇನು, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಗಿರಾಕಿ?
ಪ್ರಭು, ಎಲ್ಲ ರಸ್ತೆ ಅಪಘಾತದ ಬಲಿ, ನಿಯಮ ನಿರ್ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ.
ತಾಳು, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
The number you are trying to call is currently not reachable. Please try again later.
ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ನಿಯಮ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನರಕ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ.
ನಿಯಮ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿ ಚಲಿಸಿ.
ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಗೋಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸೋದಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನವೂ ಸ್ನೇಹ, ಗೌರವ ಮತ್ತು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದೆ. ರೋಟರಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಈ ಮನೆ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲ, ಕುಟುಂಬವೇ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ, ಮತ್ತಿತರ ನಗುವಿಗೂ ಕಾರಣರಾಗಿ.
ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸಂವೇದನಾ ರೋಟರಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರು YouTube channel. So, by now, with your introduction, it seems like you have been an inception of many associations, many trusts. So please throw some light on the education trust you have.
Interesting episode. Interesting journey we had. Way back year 2006, my son Karthik, he completed his MBA in Australia. Soon after coming, he was searching for the job or the journey to go ahead, the business or the profession or something. At that time, my wife, she was running one kindergarten. Son made a survey and decided Chikmagalur is potential for one education institution. So he joined his mother to establish one institution. So he did not join my business. That is different. So literally, institution is the brainchild of my wife Gayatri. Year 2008, my son got married to Kavya. Now he is blessed with two children. All the family members, we are together to establish our education institution, stepping stones first, and later we submit the higher education or high school. We bought a land and constructed a beautiful school building in a
Sorry to interrupt. I also have heard that it has got its best infrastructure award at some point of time now.
it is. So the building was so beautiful. It has won several awards, international accreditation for architecture, national award and zonal award for architecture. It was so good. So everybody has praised the construction, the quality of the type of architecture and other things. Parents were so happy to join their wards to our institution. We kept up our words of a good quality education. We stand with that, and now we excel in that education field, giving good education. The dream child of my wife Gayatri was made good.
So this clearly shows it is not a one-man army. It is a collective family accreditation to bring beautiful young kids to the outer world as a ready youth.
It is. It can never be a one-man job. So running an education institution is a very risky job. Apart from that, maintaining the records and following the procedures and the rules and regulations is a tough one, very difficult thing. We got the CBSE affiliation a few years back, around 2012-13, and we have struggled like anything to get that recognition. After that recognition, there were so many norms to follow and all those things. So literally, it's a very hard work. We love to do that hard work and succeeded and excelled in education.
Like the name says, Samvedana, we have such empathetic person with us. We have much more to talk about his journey, his service to the KSR.
I was telling about the service. I learned service from Rotary. That's the project I have taken, the Vaishya Hostel project, free boarding and lodging for SLC examination students. So what is special about this one? Literally very special, which nobody had this occasion of the special recognition for my project. It is true. World's largest club, San Antonio in US, just got 800 members strength. Somehow, during the period of MS Jairam's presidency, he made known through the Rotary Basket News my project. This San Antonio club, they picked up from the news basket details about my project, and in one of their meetings, they have given the toast to me and to my trust. What else we require? It's a fantastic recognition by the largest club in the world. That's one among that one. Apart from that, we had a family fellowship meet at Coimbatore during the same period of MS Jairam. There, my project was made known about this Vaishya Hostel project. So it was uploads by the members of that Coimbatore club. Apart from all those things, my project went up to the Corona period of 2019. Later that the government policy, the centers have been established in their own villages. So I have to stop my project of free boarding and lodging for SLC examination students. So what to do? I was jobless. I thought like that. No. Then again, the project came during Corona period. No coaching was there. Students were very less in the classrooms. Then the project was established, providing them
free taps for schools. So I have supplied for 300 students, sharing uh, sharing one tablet for two students for 300 students. That was the big project I have taken to provide them a good education for the rural students. So it went on. Later years, one more occasion came to me through Rotary. The very familiar project is donation of sweaters. The Chikmagalur is known for a bad weather condition of very chillness and rainy. So I thought of donating shutters to the rural students and low profile people in Chikmagalur, in and around Chikmagalur. Through Rotary, I have donated 2,100 sweaters so far. That was again because of Rotary, I did this service. Doing all these things, I am so much happy and very much satisfied being serving the people. And one more last sentence I would like to say. ದೇವರು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲು ನೀವು ನೋಡೋ ಕಡೆ ದೇವರು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ ದೇವರು ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಸರ್ವಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಾಣ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಮೀ. So I had a very special two episodes, a life-threatening episode. One is when I had been to Madras for a visa in a construction site. While going in the way, the construction site, there was a pit of 10 feet depth. I fell there. The debris came on me, and the slabs fell on me. I survived there. Apart from that, in the year 2000, I had a big medical problem, life-threatening problem. I went under surgery, and my survival was very meager. So, God's grace, I survived. All these things, how it has happened, the service what I did, the blessings and the wishes of the students. See, at the end of the every session, every year, the students used to wish me, sir, ನನ್ನ ಆಯಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಯಸ್ಸು ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್, ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ತಾವು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸದ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಒಂದು ವಿಶಸ್ಸು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ಡ್ ದಿ 2-3 occasions like this, and I am happy to live longer and serve the people. This is what.
And your life. Sir, you have had a big journey. You said you have 4 decades of journey with Rotary, with all the service to the community. What is that one thing you want to tell the emerging new Rotarians, new philanthropists, new young minds who wants to help this community, serve the community?
It is becoming a Rotarian is good, it's okay. But to be a real Rotarian, that matters a lot. Involve in Rotary, serve the community, and you will see the satisfaction. And the theme in Rotary is service through fellowship. Through fellowship, you will be making bigger circle of friendship and association, and the business part of also. You will thrive there, and serving the community, you will become great.
Rotarian K. Ramesh. Let's take a little fun at this point. Sir, I have a few questions.
Yes.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್. ರಿಟಿ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಫೈರ್ ಅಂತಾರ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಒನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ Rotary.
It's fellowship and involvement.
Perfect. Who is your role model from Rotary Club Chikmagalur?
A.C. Shivagoda.
Beautiful. Sir, are you a coffee or a tea person?
Right?
We want to know. Because the next time we have you, we want to serve the right one.
I'm a coffee planter, I'm a coffee lover, I'm a coffee dealer.
Okay, so there is
But I
coffee
like
in your blood. You like
I
tea?
like
Okay. Are you a movie person or a serial person? Like, do you watch serials or movies?
See, it's a very tricky question. is available at home in the screen, I watch that.
Okay.
Because I don't have a selection.
Because how do you spend your weekends, with family or with friends?
Yes, I will be at home only. I come out to see friends regular.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Any
Friends and moving with friends is like fun.
amazing, sir. I think you have a Sunday ritual. Can you just tell about that?
Uh,
Sunday morning ritual.
Rituals, it may be a little personal. It may not hold good here.
No, but I know-
we spend a lot of time with friends on Sunday.
Yes. So you also have a morning, gang where you go and have breakfast in multiple restaurants on Sundays. Is that true, sir?
We always think
So we want our viewers to know more about your personality.
that is life. I made it like this. Being with friends, that is giving me life. So we have 12 friends, like-minded friends. Every morning we meet, every Sunday we meet. We spend time, we laugh, we pull, we pull legs, and we laugh a lot, and go home. All of the similar age, we spend time like anything, and at the end of the day,
Beautiful. Sir, are you a sports person?
I was
What was your favorite sport?
So I was playing volleyball holidays. I represented India tournament when I was in college. I represented the cricket in the tournament in APS college. Apart from that, in Rotary, I was playing shuttle badminton. My partner was India chair. So he competed and won first prize at the Shimoga Sports Meet. Beautiful.
Sir, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Limited for night out. Spend time at home later. Beautiful.
So by this, we also have a fun round ending. Thank you so much. Like it is said, action speaks more than words. We are so pleased to have you with our podcast, the first ever podcast of the channel, with so much work, contribution to the society, to upbring the community, to serve the community without any sort of expectations. I think the only expectation you would probably have is more blessings, more best wishes from the entire community. We are pleased to have you at the podcast. Our first episode, we are really blessed to have you, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you for
very much.
valuable time.
My compliments to all you people making